Okay, buddy boy, here it is. You hide my clothes, I'm wearing everything you own.
Oh, my God! That is so not the opposite of taking somebody's underwear.
Look at me. I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes? Maybe if I wasn't going commando. Yeah. Whew. I'll tell you, it's hot with all this stuff on. I better not do any, I don't know, lunges.
Okay, enough with the lunging. No, I'm sick of this, okay? I've had it up to here with you two. Neither of you can come to the party.
Jeez, what a baby.
All right, sweetheart. This is only because I love you so much. And I know that you're not going to tell anybody. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, yes. Oh, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Oh, Emma, you're laughing. Oh, you are. You really do like big butts, don't you? Oh, you beautiful little weirdo. Oh, you missed it. She was laughing. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was the most beautiful, beautiful sound.
Oh, I know, isn't it? Oh, what'd you do to get her to laugh?
Oh, you know, a couple of things I tried, different, just sang a little itsy bitsy spider.
You sang Baby Got Back, didn't you?
Nothing else worked. That girl is all about the ass.
What dog do you want to be? We have 1, 2, or 3.
Well, I like how you look. What are you?
Puerto Rican.
2. I think a 2.
You're going to face the red light. When the red light goes on, the spraying's about to start, so close your eyes. When the spraying stops, count to 5. Pat yourself down to avoid drip marks, then turn around so we can get your back. Got it?
Spray, count, pat, and turn. Spray, count, and pat.
Wow, you catch on quick.
Well, I have a PhD, so. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I'm not finished counting! You sprayed my front twice.
You never turned?
No, I barely even got to 3 Mississippi.
Mississippi? I said count to 5.
Mississippi, Leslie? How bad is it?
Not that bad yet, but it keeps getting darker for the next 4 hours.
So how dark is it gonna get?
Oh, you got sprayed with 2 2s and...
I'm a 4?
Yeah, but your back's a 0. You're gonna want to even that out.
Really?
You might want to get back in there.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute, there's no light on the back wall. How do I know when it's gonna start? Hello?
I have to tie my shoe, so you go ahead, I'll catch up. Okay. Come on, let's start running, let's go! Hi! Oh yeah, it's me. I saw you grab your running shoes this morning and sneak out. You lied so you could run by yourself.
No, Phoebe, no, you know what? I was actually just checking to see if I could run, and I can.
Please, Rachel, I am not an idiot.
No, wait, Phoebe. I'm so sorry. You're right. This feels great.
See? And you don't care if people are staring. It's just for a second, because then you're gone.
God! I mean, it's amazing, Phoebes. I feel so free and so graceful. Hey, look out for the horse.
Hi.
Hi.
You, wanted to see me?
Yeah. Here's a box of your stuff.
What?
It's just like hats and shirt and CDs, just sort of stuff that you've left here.
What are you doing? Are you trying to hurt me or something?
No. Ross, it just seems that, it's time we, move on. I mean, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Good.
Yeah, I really do. Hey, this was a gift.
Ross, you got that for free from the museum gift shop.
It's still a gift. I got it from the gift shop.
On behalf of the Arizona Association of Student Councils, my name is Dan Dodge, and I'm your Executive Director.
And I'm Jeff Peters. You can call me Pete. I'm the Associate Director.
And we're here today to welcome you to the 2021 AASC State Virtual Convention.
And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight and tomorrow.
We have great motivational speakers for you, large group workshops, and some fun activities as well. So we hope you have a great time, and thank you for being here.
Yep, and use those breakout sessions. get some new ideas, and network, and have
We'll
a great
see
time.
you soon. Thank you.
(2020-2021) AASC Executive Board. Jacob Segerman, State President. Kiona Bautista, State President. Justin France, State President. Hayden Williams, Region 6 Representative. Samantha Bergen, Executive Board President. Kristen Blazer, Executive Board Recorder. Brenda Beers, Executive Board Member. Joseph Scott, Executive Board Member. Tony Delata, Executive Board Member. Kenya Corrigan, Executive Board Member. Jeff Peters, Associate Director. Dan Dodge, Executive Director.
Hey everyone, I get the pleasure of introducing our first keynote speaker tonight, and it's very appropriate. He is from Arizona, right here in Tempe. His name is Patrick Maurer. You might have seen him. He's joined us at camp before and other state conventions. It seems appropriate to have him kick it off tonight. So please listen up for words of advice and take it away, Patrick.
Woohoo! We're live. See, it's 6:15. I'm gonna switch over so I can see the chat. How are y'all doing? You excited? I want to see if we can blow up the chat. Can we? Because this is live. Where's the camera? 6:16 on a Friday night. How's the rain treating you? Or is it raining where you're at? It was raining outside here at my window today. I'm excited to see you all. I'm excited to make this all happen. I want to see if we can I want to see how much the chat can explode. I want to see if we can break YouTube. So right now, if you are, do we have any people, any freshmen here? Are there any freshmen? Blow it up in the chat. Say hello, freshman class. If you want to go, let me see it. Let me see it. Was that the class of 2025? We got a few coming in there. Do we got any sophomores? Class of 2024? Sophomores in the house? Freshmen, I see you, Anthony. Nice. I want to see how much. Okay, Diana, I see it. What up, Caden? Yeah, Westview. The entire Westview Stugo is 2024, which I love. Nice. I want to see, do we got any juniors in the house? That's the class of 20. Am I doing math right? Did I mess it up? Did I mess it up? I messed it up initially, didn't I? 2024 would have been freshmen. 2023 would be sophomore, juniors. 2022. There we go. Junior gang. I see that, Carly. Nice. And then I want to hear, I want my class to go, I want my YouTube to go insane right now. Seniors, class of 2021. I love how there's like a delay because there's so many comments in the chat right now. It like literally makes me so incredibly happy how it's going. Miguel, I agree. It's so real. It is so incredibly real. We are out there right now. Jocelyn's going. Jocelyn's claiming the class of 2021. I see that. Woo, yeah. Westview Stugo is just like layering the classes, which I enjoy. I'm excited that we're here today. I'm excited that we're having this chance to go and have this interaction together and then isolated, because like I'm totally sitting by myself in like a room in my house, and yet I can see all your comments, and I love this connection that we get tonight as we just sort of celebrate a little bit of things and think about like what's going on and what we get to do as leaders. And I'm also kind of excited because the theme's a little crazy, like because Friends literally came out my freshman year. It came out September of 1994. I am 41 years old and I own it. And my freshman year of high school, like I watched the premiere. I watched the premiere of Friends. I like had finished some homework. And I was like, this is like a new show on NBC. I'll watch it. And so I totally watched the premiere of Friends. And it was like this crazy new show that was different. I remember like laying on the couch in my house, like watching it. And it kind of a cool show. I need to know this because I'm 41 and because I've been super lame throughout quarantine because I have a 3-year-old daughter who you may meet later on. I haven't watched a lot of TV. Could you show in the chat, like, what are some of the shows you binged in the past year? What are some of these shows that you binge? What are some of the things that you went and you watched? I want to see it because I need to know like what TV I need to be watching when I get a free moment again. Let's see. You've watched Amber. I hear it. People have watched Friends over and over and over again. There's a really funny, honest trailer about Friends where it's like you watched it on TV, then you paid money and bought the DVDs, and then you bought the streaming services to watch it again, and on Netflix and on this, and now you're paying for HBO Max to watch Friends again. Harry Potter, binge some Harry Potter, American Horror Story. Oh, Peaky Blinders, nailed it. Of course, big Cake fans. Mandalorian. I'm so far. I've only watched the first episode of the next season. I haven't seen, and I know that there's like some major stuff happening. All American. I need to catch up on All American. I never even finished season 2, so I need to totally catch up. True Beauty K-drama. Oh yes, Good Place. I did actually watch The Good Place. That was like my one binge show. I watched it on Netflix earlier on, and so I caught up on that. Vampire Diaries. Ooh. Gracie, you're watching You. Oh no, you're watching the television show You. I was like, oh, you're watching me. That's really nice. And I realized you're watching like the crazy, like Saki one. Cobra Kai. That one, like lots of interesting stuff with Cobra Kai, little dance moms. So for me, like in high school, I watched Friends. It was one of the shows that like I actually watched. And because I'm 41, this is before you could like record everything. You couldn't go, you could like hook it up to your VCR and be all like crazy like that. And so I enjoyed the show. Like I schedule out some time on my like day and I watch it, so much so that my siblings went, and for Christmas one year they got me a Central Perk t-shirt. Like that was my Christmas present for my siblings, and so I wore around like my Central Perk shirt, and I would go to these different events. I remember somewhere between like my sophomore and my junior year. So sophomore, junior year, I'm going to share what my picture looked like then. So this is me like my sophomore, junior year. Hopefully you can see this. You can see that I had incredible choices in my fashion and my hair. And so somewhere between like super long, like, whoa, I'm just like surfer boy and like a precursor to Eminem. I had my hair like this before Eminem did. I look like that. And so now I look like this. But I remember going to like this leadership event, some summer leadership event deal. Oh, Bridgerton. Yeah. I went to a summer leadership conference and we were hanging out with people that we'd all just met up, and we went to like an amusement park one day, and it was like a smaller event. It wasn't like as big as like, State is. It was probably maybe like 60 to 70 people total, the whole thing. But I made a group of friends, about 5 or 6 people. We really enjoyed being around one another. And they saw my Central Perk shirt, and we were at like an amusement park. And back then, because this is all like before TikTok, this is before everyone had like their own phone, and you couldn't like just record yourself super easily. There's these like recording studios you could go into at amusement parks. And we went in and we recorded a cassette of the Rembrandt song, I'll Be There For You. And we thought we were like the coolest people in the entire world. Got in there like, and we sang and we did like the clap thing. But then you also like realize that truly, if you only watch like the show Friends, no one knows the verses. So we'd be like, when the rain starts to pour, and then we'd be like, I don't know all the other lyrics, but we'd like, so mumble through it. But then we hit like the claps, and we got a cassette of it, like a single cassette for the 6 of us to share. And we had like this really cool thing to kind of go. But what was great about it is we sounded horrible. Like none of us could sing that one. None of us were really, really great. We just had this really crazy thing, but it was this imperfect moment of us connecting. Like this really crazy, fun, imperfect moment of us gathering together. And that for me is one of the things that I love most about the student council experience, is these fun moments that you get to create with one another when you are having fun in the imperfection. You're having fun as you connect. And for me, like that's one of the things that I love so much about this. I love that about that experience of us getting to go and to be together in those moments. And I think the challenge that we have is like, as we take on this year, we sort of all the fear that is going on within this year is sort of how we take on these experiences, how we make this happen. And so I have I'm trying to, this is interesting to navigate this live. I took on a few of my fears years ago. I wanted to have like the perfect persona, I guess, is what I think a lot of us were pursuing for some time. And I used to be a speaker full-time. I traveled around, I spoke at schools, I spoke at conferences and all. And I was like, if I like skydive, that'd be like the super awesome story. And I was really glad that this dude behind me was like, I'll be there for you, because he's the one with like the super parachute. attached to him. And we got up in this crazy plane, went super high, and I watched like the people in front of me go. And then we went and we like sat on the edge of the plane. He said, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and you're going to go outside the plane. So like 3, 2, 1. And we hopped out of the plane. And like the earth was upside down, like this crazy experience, like falling down from the earth, spinning out. And it's this like insane deal. And he's like, hey, we're going to fall and you're going to feel really fast. And then we're going to like count down. We're going to like, 3, 2, 1. And then when we go and we give you that signal, your parachute is going to go and it's going to accelerate and you're going to slow down dramatically. And I'm thinking like, that sounds awesome. And I'm thinking I'd be cool, but like, I am not cool. Like, I'm just not a cool person. This is an actual photo that I was like, oh, wow, I don't really want to post that on social media because I don't look that awesome. But I could see myself falling. And I knew that when we were going to get to, I think it's like 6,000 feet or 5,000 feet, we're going to pull the chute. And so he goes and he's like getting me ready to go and to pull the thing. And it's taking place. And we finally go and we pull the chute, and you go from like going like 120 miles an hour in the air to like 5 miles in the air in a matter of seconds. Like it's just a matter of seconds that goes and that takes place. And I start to sort of go and to look around. And if you look at my face there, you start to sort of see things. I actually really didn't enjoy the experience. Like I didn't exactly like what was happening. And as I like got to the ground and as I got to kind of go and see the whole experience, I realized the reason I didn't exactly like the experience is I didn't have a choice in it. I mean, I did, like I got in the plane and I did all that stuff. But when it came to the 3, 2, 1, like let's jump out of the plane deal, it was 3, 2, 1. And because I was basically sitting on that guy's lap, because he's the one with the parachute, he's the one that like knocked me out of the plane. And so the falling and all that, even like him going 3, 2, 1, we're going to pull the chute. Like I wasn't in control of the experience. I'm a person that sort of craves some control. And I think the challenge that we've had is that we've like had this year where we've lost some control. We've lost some control of our day to day. We've lost some control to kind of just go and be. Things have gotten upended and it's this craziness, and trying to sort of get that back is a tough deal for me. I was speaking full time. I was traveling a bunch. I was going and doing my business, and it came abrupt. And so instead of going and speaking full time, it reached this point where like I had to go and stay home. I needed to go and take care of my daughter. We started sort of this like daddy daycare experience, or daddy preschool is what we called it. And that was what I was kind of going and doing. Let's see, I'm not sure if it's appearing on screen yet. There we go. This is my daughter, Sydney, and I stayed home with her for the year, most of the year. I wasn't out traveling. I wasn't out doing that. My business that I had for all these years, I shut it down, and I was trying to kind of go and for initially, like I was like, I'm going to do the persona of how great everything is being, and so I was like, oh look, like I have circle time with my daughter, and I'm doing this really great, and it was sort of this performance of what it was, and we played, and that was great, and we had these great experiences. But it was still like really, really challenging to kind of go and to engage day in and day out and to be a part of sort of what was taking place. And so for me, I think if we can kind of go and if we have the ability, you can go ahead and close down the screen, Sal. For me, I think it's a matter of us gaining back some of that control and gaining back some of that idea of what we can do. And it's an interesting thing for me, at least, to talk about control when the world's sort of crazy. And so instead of kind of going and showing up with perfection, I think we show up a little bit imperfect and begin to have sort of some fun there. So this is going to be crazy. I have no idea if this is going to work. So I'm going to try and have my wife bring up my 3-year-old daughter and hopefully share some lessons live and see what happens. So I'm going to text my wife. Like I'm literally. This is like super live. Like, let's be real. Let's be authentic. Let's connect and see what happens with that. Oh, I like my Fitbit too. Stupidity Studios. Gabriel, I hope this is the best guest appearance. We will see if it is or not. She is 3. And so we're going to see how this works out. So who knows? This is how you do comedy in the middle of quarantine. You bring up a 3-year-old in the middle of a live speech and you see what happens on YouTube. Hello. Hello. So there are a lot of people right here, and we're talking about leadership and connecting. Does that sound good?
Down there.
On the screen, if you look in the camera, that's where they're there, and they're in their own homes watching it on like their computers and their phones.
Where?
Where like
You can't see them.
you can't see them. They're on the other side of the computer. They say hello. Valley Vista Student Council says hello. Do you want to say hi, Valley Vista?
Hi, Valley Vista.
And so who do you have? Who'd you bring up with you?
Siri.
Sully. And what's one of the nice things about Sully? What does Sully do?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know? Does he make it so that kids don't have to be scared, that they can laugh instead and create great things there?
Mhm.
Isn't it good, instead of being scared of things, if we can go and create some happiness and joy?
Why did you say?
Because Chella, our cat, was talking. Yeah. Hey, Desert Vista says hi. Do you want to say hi to Desert Vista?
Hi, Desert Vista.
Okay. So I brought you up because what we're going to talk about with the leaders. What did we talk about? What we're going to do? What are we going to talk about? Dreams.
Mhm.
So every night before we go to bed, we have a few different routines that we go and do. And one of the things that we kind of go and do is that, Douglas High School says hi. Do you want to say hi to Douglas?
Hi, Douglas.
Okay. And Agua Fria. Can you say hi to Agua Fria?
Hi, Agua Fria.
There's a lot of schools like Canyon View. Can you say Canyon View?
Okay.
Oh, and Lake Havasu. Can you say Lake Havasu?
Hi, Lake Havasu.
That's a place you're going to probably want to visit one day. Okay. So before she goes to sleep each night, we started doing this thing because she started to have, did you have some scary dreams sometimes?
Mhm.
And we want to try and go and take away some of the scary dreams. So what do we do before we go to bed tonight as a part of our checks? What do we do?
We do.
So wait. What do we call it? What do we call it?
We
Dreams. So what's the first thing we have to do when we do dreams at night? Okay, we wait. Do you want to tell them first? What do we have to do first?
and blow out the bad dreams.
So we blow out the bad dreams, and this is how we do it. Okay, ready? Let's do it. Okay,
Yeah.
so. All right, and then what's the next thing that you need to go and do? Wait, let's tell them in the microphone. What do we do?
Kissing the good dreams.
So then we kiss in good dreams. All right, so are you gonna do it first or should I do it?
I should do
Okay, you're gonna kiss me in good dreams for me first? Okay, go for it.
it.
Okay, my turn. And so what we do with that, why do we do that? Because we get the bad dreams that we take them away, right? And then we put some good dreams in there, right? Is that a nice thing to do to make people feel a little bit better?
Mhm.
And isn't that a good thing that we could do as leaders, Sydney? If we could take some of the tough things away from people, carry some of that burden, and bring in some of the good things. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I think I might continue talking a little bit, although I think you're way more popular than I am. Is there anything you want to do? Anything else you want to say before you go?
Why?
Oh, because you want to stay here and still talk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to talk some more.
We'll go watch it.
Okay. Hey, do you want to say anything though? Do you want to sing anything? Oh, wait. I'm going to talk more about kissing in the good, blowing out the bad dreams, kissing the good dreams, because there's actually a point to this versus me just trying to distract you all with a cute kid. Do you want to do a joke first before you go?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Knock.
Who's there?
Cake.
Cake. Who? We haven't done this one before. All right. Cake who?
Unicorn.
Unicorn who?
I love unicorn birthday party.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to tell them about unicorn birthday party really quickly and then you can go?
She one time on a day who is that?
That is it's someone wanting to spam the comment section with laughing emojis. Yeah, they want to do. Yeah. Okay. So you had a unicorn birthday party for one of your stuffed animals?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay, you can come back. I'll talk a bit more. Maybe you can come back before I say goodbye. Okay. This is me literally. Yeah, it's a 3-year-old. So, so this is interesting. You can like hear her, I think, in the distance. I brought my daughter up in part because I think she's adorable, and this is an interesting live broadcast, and we can make it live and make it unique and make us all part of this like crazy experience. But for me, like, I think that blowing out the bad dreams and kissing in the good dreams is our opportunity as leaders. Like this theme of like, I'll be there for you, the idea of friends. I think the beauty of this year is we're getting away from the performance, and we're instead having to step up with our presence. It's not the perfect rooms. It's not that we're in our rooms and we're chatting. We're having to be super authentic as we go through this year. And this year's been tough. It's been brutal. And the more that we can kind of go and help people by like helping them navigate some of the challenges of the year and help bring in some goodness, some of the celebrations, bring in the good things. The other day, my daughter came to my wife and me, and she was like, I think it's Unicorn's birthday. And she's a stuffed animal unicorn. And we went and we like decided to throw a birthday party for a stuffed animal, because why not? Like, why not make it just a little bit brighter? And so we made a cake and we decorated with what we could decorate. We didn't spend a fortune or anything, and we just try to make a moment special. For me, this idea of like, I'll be there for you, it's a promise. It's a promise to yourself to say like, I'm going to be present for yourself this year. I'm going to do what I need to do for me to make it through this time. But it's also a promise to the people in your world. And it's an opportunity. It's a purpose. I made it through this crazy year because of my daughter. I shut down my business. I've been doing like all my adult life. I applied for other jobs, got a different job. So I'm now like working like a traditional job, which is different. And the reason I was able to do that, because I had a sense of purpose each day, was to show up for my daughter, show up and be present for the days that were tough for me, the days where I'd like cry during her nap time. I get the chance to kind of go and interact with her in the evening. And I had a reason to kind of go and do stuff. And the more that we can kind of go and make helping others and being there for others a purpose for us, a central aspect of our lives, not the public persona of I'm helping and look at me doing so good, but just showing up and being there for people. That's an incredible opportunity that we have. And I think finally it's a privilege. It's a promise. It's a purpose. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to kind of go and to be the opportunity to be the people to say like, I'm here to lead. Like, I'm struggling. I'm all this crazy stuff, but I'm here to just do this to make the world better. Do this to make things more right. Like, the more that we can kind of go and say, you know what, as a leader, I can be approachable. I can be accessible. Like, that's been the crazy thing is you watch the news at night and yes, it's all the crazy news, but the people are coming from like the most random assortment rooms. Like, you see people's houses. It's super crazy in that way that we're all just sort of showing up and doing our lives. And so this is different. I've never done this in a speech before, but I literally want you to pull out your phones, unless like it's going to throw out your ability to like see the message right now. But like, why not text someone really quickly? And you don't have to do like the super long thing, but just be like, man, like, I'm glad we're friends. It could be someone from your student council, it could be someone who's not in your student council. If it could be your advisor, if you got their tech, like just text a few people right now, like literally text them. And I know we've got a lot of stuff going on that in the chat, but I would love to see it in the text so that people can kind of go and reflect back on that. Maybe it's the thing if you're like going to schedule, maybe you can't do like a unicorn birthday party together, but can you schedule a chance for you guys to like to FaceTime on Sunday when this thing is over and catch up and share some ideas? Or is what else can we kind of go and make it happen so that how you doing isn't just the funny line from a show, but it's like how we show up, like how are you doing? And then it's not could you be more annoying, but it's could you be more present? Because I think there's the things that we know, but come on, we can totally do this. We can show up in this world. And I was chatting with a few of your state presidents the other night as we like rehearse some of this technology and all the craziness that this is right now as we're like live and in chat and all this. The thing I love, and love is the wrong word. The thing that I'm grateful for in terms of this horrific year that we've endured is that there is no way on earth that you as leaders can walk out of this crucible that you've been in and not be forever changed, not be empowered and like motivated to kind of go and do something differently, to kind of go like the ability to go and lead and live life. Like that's going to be huge as our world opens up more again. And what makes me excited is my daughter is 3. And so you're a ton older than her, she is. And so when she starts going and applying for work, or even maybe when she's in high school, you will be her teachers. Like literally, some of you could totally be her teachers, because we live here in Tempe, Arizona right now. I don't have any intention of moving anytime soon. And maybe you'll be at the high school where she goes. Maybe you'll be at the middle school where she goes. And you could be that first teacher that makes her even more excited about pursuing something. You will potentially be the first candidate she gets the chance to vote for. You have the opportunity to show up and to do this. And yet I don't think this is something that we do alone. I don't think we get to walk from, point A to point B and be like, I did it all by myself. No, we do it with the community and the connections that we have. We do it with the experiences that we have in something like student council. We do this with our family, with our friends, the people that set up. And even if though we're separate, we can still support and to challenge one another and lift up people when they need it. I love that opportunity that we have. I love that chance to be as leaders. And what I love about who you are right now in this moment is this is not the performance of leadership. This is not the persona of it. It is the imperfect truth of what it means to serve and what it means to lead. And so you have this chance this weekend to make the chat powerful in connection. You have the chance to reach out to your peers with all these electronic devices that we have. You have the chance to walk away from this experience and do more. Whether you get to do it on the physical campus of your high school, whether you do it through these computer screens that we have in front of us, whether you do this in your communities, we can shape the world to be something better. And for me, that's how we can show up, and that's how we can be there for one another. I'm excited that we had a chance to connect on this Friday evening. I'm not traveling the country speaking anymore, but I'm living here in the state of Arizona. And I cannot wait to see how you continue to make this community that I get to call home now even better. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to hang out with you for a little bit tonight. I hope you continue to blow up the chat. You guys have the chance to go and do this. Kaden, I'm glad you like the message. I'm sorry it's not super funny or whatever, other than the fact that my daughter keeps on riffing on knock jokes. But I hope you all have an amazing year. I'm gonna toss my email in the chat, maybe, or I guess I don't know if I can right now. I should have created a slide for it. I'm not speaking whatever all the time. Oh, you want to come back in? She's really the hit of the speech. So I'm wrapping up. Is there anything you want to say to people before we say goodbye?
Knock.
Who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
Hey, don't call me a poo.
Oh, there we go. Hey, do you want to say, how do we say goodbye when we say goodbye to family members? What do we say? We start.
1, 2, 3. I love you.
Hey, AASC, we love you. We hope you have an amazing conference. Cannot wait to see what you do. And you guys, Cindy, will you say, I'll be there for you?
I will be there for you.
Okay. Have an amazing time. Thanks so much for being here.
Daddy, what
Bye.
is this for?
Hello, AASC. This is Dan Dodge, your AASC Executive Director. It is now that time in our program where we are going to announce our AASC Outstanding Administrator of the Year. Each year, we ask for applications from our member schools to submit nominations for this honor. The AASC Executive Board reviews each of the applications. And this year they have made their selection for the 2021 AASC Outstanding Administrator of the Year.
Hi, I'm Anthony Yanez. I'm the ASB president at Gilbert High School this year. And it is with great pleasure that I announce that this year's AASC Administrator of the Year is Mr. Freddie Yanez.
All right, Administrator of the Year. We are so excited that Mr. Yanez is receiving this award. When I got the email, I freaked out. I was in a Zoom call and luckily my video was off or they would have seen me jumping around and yelling because it's just so exciting. He is so deserving of this and I am grateful to be able to work with him on a daily basis and that I have been for the last 9 years. He is everything that a student council advisor wants from their administrator. One of my favorite things, and every STUCA advisor in the room is going to appreciate this, after an event, so after a dance, right, late night, long day of setup and the whole thing, you will find him helping clean up. And at the end, he will usually turn to me and say, hey, get out of here, enjoy your weekend, and allowing me to get home to my family. And it's such a simple act and he does it consistently. And the feeling I get from that and just knowing that he appreciates the work that I'm putting in is just, you can't describe it. It's just amazing. So congratulations, Freddie. We are so excited and there's no one more deserving.
Okay. Hey, Ms. Yanez, thank you for everything you've done for the school, student council, and me. We greatly appreciate you, and I'm super grateful for you for making these past 4 years a memorable experience. Thank you.
Congratulations, Freddie. You are so deserving of this Administrator of the Year award for STUCO. I could not think of a more involved, awesome, just all around perfect human to win this award. You put so much time and effort into Gilbert High School, to the STUCO kids, to Miss Lazar. Your ability to be everywhere all the time is incredible. Allowing kids to do what they want to do so that they can make positive change or make things fun at school, that's because of you and what you have brought to Gilbert High School and to our STUCO kids. And I just could not be more proud of you for winning this award. So congratulations from the bottom of my heart.
Pretty good.
Kids, it's lunchtime right now. And the English teacher's waiting. It's gonna take a while to get these ones out. Let's go send these guys a message. Oh, you guys know what time it is. Oh, Baldwin, where you going? Please. Oh, man, don't get credit.
We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration.
Thanks, Mr. Yanez. You're the best, Yanez. Congratulations. We appreciate you so much. Congrats, you deserve it. We're proud of you, Mr. Yanez. We're so grateful for all your hard work. Congrats!
AASC charity recognition. We appreciate all of the donations that our council share to make charities in our communities. Platinum level, donations of $751 or more. Agua Fria High School, Basha High School, Campo Verde High School, Chandler High School, Combs High School, Desert Ridge High School, Flagstaff High School, Gilbert High School, Mountain View Mesa High School, Notre Dame Prep High School, Paradise Honors High School, Perry High School, Red Mountain High School, Sunrise Mountain High School, Valley Vista High School, Verado High School, Westview High School, Williamsfield High School, Yuma High School. AASC service recognition. We appreciate all the work that our councils do to make Arizona a better place. Platinum level, 78 plus hours of service. Campo Verde High School, Catalina Foothills High School, Cesar Chavez High School, Combs High School, Desert Ridge High School, Mountain View Mesa High School, Mountain View Marana High School, Notre Dame Prep High School, Paradise Honors High School, Perry High School, Red Mountain High School, Valley Vista High School, Westview High School, Williamsfield High School, Chandler High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of honor and pleasure to introduce our AASC official state charity, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
Hello, AASC. I'm Wendy Willock, Outreach Walk Development Manager with JDRF. And we're so honored to be a part of AASC as your selected official state charity through 2023. Thank you so much for giving us this incredible opportunity and having us here tonight. How many of you have ever given yourself an injection? Probably not too many of you, but how would you like to give yourself this many, these are syringes, this many injections in just 1 week? Multiply that by 52 shots in 1 year, and it comes to 2,600 injections in just 1 year. Crazy, huh? That's what life looks like for someone living with type 1 diabetes. To give you a little more understanding about what type 1 diabetes is, or T1D as we call it, it's an autoimmune disease where your own body attacks the beta cells in your pancreas, which help to produce your insulin. And a person could not live without insulin. So basically your pancreas shuts down. And within a week or so, someone without insulin would die. It's just that, plain and simple. So every time a person with type 1, T1D, eats any type of carbohydrates, they have to give themselves a shot of insulin. There is no cure, and it can strike at any age right now, as young as infancy, all the way up through, I've met people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s being recently newly diagnosed, which over the last couple decades, half of all newly diagnosed people are actually of adult age. It used to be considered a juvenile disease for many, many decades, primarily the onset of type 1 in juveniles, but that's changed. And right now, over 1.7 million people in the United States live with type 1 diabetes. So you can just imagine the impact that type 1 is having on us. 50 years ago, a woman named Lee Ducat whose son had type 1 diabetes, was sitting at the kitchen table and was thinking, I need to get started some research funding for type 1 diabetes, or we're never going to find advances in prevention, treatment, and a cure. And that's when she started JDRF with a group of parents in her community. Fast forward 50 years later, little did she know that JDRF would become the leading global foundation for type 1 diabetes research. We have funded over $2.2 billion cumulatively in that 50 years towards type 1 diabetes research. And it's because of our community and people like yourselves. We have made enormous advances and strides in prevention research and an incredible amount of advances in the treatment and technology of type 1 diabetes. So JDRF has had an enormous impact on the lives of those living with type 1 diabetes. And again, we thank you for your help and your support. So please get out there, share the word, educate people, and join us for our upcoming One Walk on May 1st. It's a virtual One Walk, unfortunately, again this year. I'm banking on 2022 for fundraising for research for type 1 diabetes. With your help, we could make that cure happen. Thank you again, and have a great, great state convention weekend. Bye.
No one should live a life burdened with type 1 diabetes. And the day is coming when nobody will, because we're here to cure it. By driving research forward, by unlocking the promise of science, by tenaciously reminding the policymakers of the challenges we face, by empowering a united team of volunteers, experts, donors, staffers, and supporters, by harnessing the power of people on our side, families, friends, physicians, scientists. We're assembling a powerful community that wants what we all want, the end of T1D. And we're working to improve the lives of those affected by this relentless disease today by finding new therapies and advancing them to market, by advocating for greater access and better choices, by deepening our understanding of the disease, by boosting our influence and strengthening our relationships, by rallying for greater community support. At JDRF, we're fighting T1D. We're making life better for those who live with it while creating a world without it.
What's up, everybody? My name's Nicholas Honey. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I'd like to show you the life as a type 1 diabetic and why I think JDRF is so great. So now that you know I'm a type 1 diabetic, it's probably important for you to know what type 1 diabetes is. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. So what happened is the white blood cells in my body, when I was 12 years old, attacked my pancreas. And now it's simple to say that my pancreas is gone. So I have to do what my pancreas can't do, which is produce insulin. Now that you know what type 1 diabetes is, I'd like to tell you my story. At the age of 12, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I was in the hospital for a week and my blood sugar got up to 700. And just so you know, the normal range is 80 to 120, so that's pretty high, right? And it was a struggle the first couple of years because I didn't really know anyone. But through JDRF, I was able to meet other people, other youth ambassadors, and I was able to strengthen my numbers and overcome my fears of type 1 diabetes. Just like you guys, I go to high school. This is Brophy, college prep. It's my high school. I'm a part of Stuco here. But now as a diabetic, I have to do a few things every day, like test my blood sugar. Every time I eat, I have to take a shot, and a few other things every single day in order for me to stay alive. And that's why JDRF is so important to me, because it's fundraising for a cure, so I don't have to do that stuff every single day. Now, JDRF has multiple fundraising events every single year. JDRF hosts their One Walk. This year, on May 1st, we'll be hosting a virtual walk for the JDRF community. Throughout the years, my team and I have always had so much fun at the walk and raised money for JDRF. Those funds go directly to JDRF, who then send them to diabetic research all around the world. JDRF has already supported $414,000 million worth of diabetic research and is the global leader for funding diabetic research. This is how you can make an impact. By supporting JDRF in your schools, making a team for the walk, or even fundraising on your own, you are directly leading to a better future for type 1 diabetics across the world, like myself.
Thank you guys for listening to my presentation. Trust me, I know how hard it is to maintain a high schooler's attention. So I'd like to thank you guys very much, and I hope you know why to support JDRF now.
Hi guys, my name is Hannah and I'm a type 1 diabetic. I'm a junior at Basis Phoenix. I do competitive dance and I'm also a youth ambassador with JDRF. So I was diagnosed about 4.5 years ago when I was on vacation in Europe. This was June 30th of 2016. So I noticed a lot of big changes, like I lost about 40 pounds in 3 months. I was constantly drinking water. I would drink like about 9 bottles of water before I even had breakfast. And I was constantly tired all the time. So because of this, my parents started looking up some symptoms, and the only disease that was coming up for first as a main symptom was type 1 diabetes. But instead of just trusting Google, we wanted to kind of get some more information on this. So we spent the entire day bouncing around from different doctors in a country with doctors that we weren't familiar with, because it wasn't like we were here in our hometown, Arizona. And by the end of the day, I was admitted into the hospital and told that I had type 1 diabetes. I was really shocked because I just didn't think there could be any way that I could be diabetic. And I didn't think I did anything wrong to cause that. But then later I learned that type 1 it was just a random occurrence. It was just a random disease that I happened to get. And I didn't do anything to cause it. There are 2 different types of diabetes. There's type 2 diabetes, which is just a metabolic disease, which can either be caused by genetics or by just like lifestyle choices that you make. And then type 1 is an autoimmune disease where your own body just decides to destroy insulin-making cells inside your pancreas. And insulin is a hormone that helps you kind of digest all the carbs that you eat. So I was told that I have to get injections for any meal or snack that I eat. And this terrified me because I have such a big fear of needles. So it was really scary for me to hear this, that for every single day that the rest of my life, I would have to take shots multiple times a day. And on top of all this, I would have to constantly watch my blood sugars and make sure they didn't get too high or too low, which is caused by eating or, a lot of different factors that can alter your blood sugar levels. So after I got out of the hospital, I was on shots for a while, but then I started getting different technologies like my insulin pump right here, and I wear this constantly. It's right there. And with this, I can just type in the amount of carbs that I'm eating, and it just delivers the insulin through a little tube in my arm. And this way, I don't have to constantly take shots for every snack that I have. And I also have my constant glucose monitor, and this shows me my blood sugars on my phone, so I can see them at any minute of every day. And this way, I don't have to poke my finger all the time to check my readings. So this is super helpful when I'm dancing or driving or hanging out with my friends, and it's just a hassle, to carry all your shots and needles with you all the time. And this helped me so much, especially when I'm sleeping too. But all these technologies were possible through JDRF, which stands for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And I became a youth ambassador with them. And from them, not only did I get these amazing technologies, but I also got to meet tons of amazing people and made so many friends that are just like me. And we all want to encourage you guys to raise and get closer to a cure for type 1 diabetes, because we really need a cure for this awful disease. And we have a walk May 1st. It is virtual this year, sadly, but we encourage you all to fundraise and help us raise money for it. And I just want to thank you guys all so much, and I hope you guys can help us in our journey.
My name is Grant Leonard. I'm 5 years old and I live in Gilbert, Arizona. A few days before my second birthday, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Having type 1 diabetes means I have a broken pancreas and fingertips of steel. There are hard parts about type 1 diabetes, but I try to be strong every day. I will not let type 1 diabetes stop me from doing the things I love, like playing soccer, or reading a good book, or playing with my friends. They are the best. I love to swim. Watch movies or The Greatest Showman is my favorite. I love road tripping and going on adventures with my family. I love the Sun Devils. And I won't ever turn down a donut. One day I want to be a fighter so that I can help people because I'm very brave. I wear an insulin pump and my sensor. They help me to stay healthy and in range. I try to teach people about type 1 diabetes. I have talked to my preschool class, been on commercials, and even spoke at special events. This year we attended the JDRF Gala, where I shook hands and even performed as the Greatest Showman. For the last 4 years, we have done the JDRF One Walk with my team, Glenn and his gang. I'm grateful to have so many people who love me. The walk is one of my favorite days. We fundraise for JDRF with lemonade stand and our annual charity golf tournament. Golf and raise lots of money for a cure for type 1 diabetes. Having lots of people who love me helps me to be strong and brave. I really have the best family, especially my mommy and daddy. They love me more than the world. They help me find my strong and brave when I'm tired. I know that I'm unstoppable. I feel very lucky to go to Washington, D.C. for the JDRF Children's Congress. I will use my words to bring awareness of the daily fights I have with type 1 diabetes, but also a hope for a cure that we have with their help. So there you have it, this is me. And I can't wait to meet all of you in Washington, D.C. this summer.
What's up, AASC?
Hello, everybody.
Jacob, Justin here. We're here just to give you a few closing words before we adjourn this general session. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone joining in for our first general session of State 2021. Everyone get hype in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, we really hope
it really has been a spectacular first session. We had an awesome speaker today.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about that.
And we cannot wait for tomorrow's session with you guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. But tomorrow's session, remember, it's going to start at 9 a.m. and it's going to run until 11.
Sounds good. Justin, is there what can we expect from the general session tomorrow? What type of things?
That is a great question, Jacob. So we are going to have 2 more speakers tomorrow. Also, we'll be announcing our Council of Distinction Awards, and you guys are going to get to meet our great candidates running for next year's state officers. So make sure you guys are staying tuned in, and we cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be great.
And don't forget to dress up tomorrow, too. As you can see, I'm swagged out in my TED costume. You can see that. But also, because we can't see each other this time, if you guys did dress up today and you have a really nice costume with your council or just by yourself that you want to show off, be sure to DM us a picture on Instagram, and we'll post all the best ones. I'm gonna pass it off to Kai, and he's gonna get us out of here.
All right, again, guys, we just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first session of State Convention. We hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. Please stay safe, and remember, if you guys need anything, we'll be there for you. Good night, everybody.
Love you guys.